thinking Kobe Bryant's top 10 all time, probably top 5. He's not number 2 all time in the history of basketball. What's wrong with that, Shaq?
But I have a problem with, you know, what you said. Like, my thing is, doesn't matter who the GOAT is, my guy should be in the conversation.
Yes.
No, but hold on. So if you guys just throw him out of the conversation.
LeBron, that would be
number 2 overall, number 2 in the history of basketball.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say. Yeah, number 2 overall, number 2 in the history of basketball. Makes sense. I think most people...
Stephen A. Smith just crossed a line so wild that even Shaquille O'Neal couldn't stay quiet. The ESPN analyst attempted to justify why he refuses to rank Kobe Bryant ahead of LeBron James in the GOAT debate. But his reasoning didn't sit well with Shaq. The legendary big man fired back, completely dismantling Stephen A's argument and making it clear that when it comes to Kobe's legacy, there's a level of respect that shouldn't be crossed.
When I hear people talk, I don't understand the criteria. Is it championships? Is it points? Right. Is it, like, I always have arguments with people like, I don't really care who's in it, but I think you should put the right people in.
Yeah.
Right. So right now it's just, for some reason, LeBron and Jordan. Which is fine, but you're not going to throw Kobe.
This wasn't just a disagreement. It was a complete public demolition of Stephen A. Smith's credibility. Shaquille O'Neal, also known as the Big Diesel, didn't hold back for a second. He made it crystal clear. Michael Jordan is the undisputed GOAT, and Kobe Bryant deserves to be right behind him, not LeBron James. The way Shaq tore apart Stephen A's logic was absolutely ruthless, and every moment of his clapback had fans cheering. Stephen A's reasoning came off as weak, inconsistent, and downright disrespectful.
Yeah, he's one of the all-time greats. There's nothing to debate. But he's number 2 at the 2 guard. He's not number 1. We all know he's not Jordan. He didn't have Jordan's resume.
Stephen A. Smith claimed he couldn't rank Kobe Bryant above LeBron James because Kobe's team struggled when he was on his own. Really? Coming from someone who calls himself a basketball expert, that argument was pure nonsense. Smith pointed out that LeBron has only had 3 losing seasons in 22 years, using that as proof of his greatness. But here's the problem. Stephen conveniently ignores context. You can't just compare stats without understanding the stories behind them. His analysis felt lazy, shallow, and honestly embarrassing to watch. The audacity to criticize Kobe's loyalty while praising LeBron's constant team hopping was absolutely wild.
Ask me about Kobe. How come Kobe isn't in that conversation? He's got more chips than LeBron James. And I said, my response was, Kobe's not even number 1 in his position. And we all love and
not at all. You got to think about MVPs and like how many he's won.
No,
and, like, other things
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about just watching the game with the eye test. As great and as phenomenal as Kobe was, nobody ever said he's superior to MJ, and they played identical positions and had an identical style of.
Stephen A. Smith is essentially praising LeBron James for running from tough situations while punishing Kobe Bryant for staying loyal to the Lakers. What kind of logic is that? When Shaquille O'Neal heard Stephen A. leaving Kobe out of the GOAT conversation, he wasn't having it. As someone who spent 8 intense years battling alongside Kobe, Shaq felt compelled to step in and set the record straight. The only thing I don't like about the GOAT conversation is they don't put my boy Kobe Bryant in it, Shaq said. Then he dropped the bomb. Michael, LeBron, or Kobe, now y'all can debate.
Champion. He's a 6-time league MVP, and I still have LeBron number 2 and then Kareem number 3 because of the versatility and all the all-around abilities that LeBron brings to the game, which Bird and Kareem and those guys did not have. LeBron is number 2 all-time behind Michael.
Notice how Shaq listed the names. Michael, LeBron, or Kobe. Not LeBron before Kobe. That's respect. That's putting Kobe Bryant on the same level, not beneath anyone. Shaq wasn't trying to crown Kobe as the undisputed GOAT, but he made it absolutely clear that Kobe's name deserves to be in that conversation. Period. Then Shaq turned up the heat even more. We as people, we don't stand on what we stand on, but I have a problem with what you said. Doesn't matter who the GOAT is. My guy should be in the conversation, Shaq said. You could practically feel the tension spike in the studio. This wasn't just about loyalty or fan bias. This was first-hand experience speaking. Shaq lived greatness beside Kobe Bryant, and he wasn't about to let anyone downplay that legacy.
I think we're upset. I think we're a little edgy. I think it's think it's good for us.
Despite the losses on the road, do you think this team still has time to gel, considering how many road games you have coming up?
Sure, pretty so.
Well, what's going to be the key, and what stuff have you guys worked on? You haven't had a losing streak like this in years.
We'll just execute better. Like,
Stephen A. Smith only ever watched it from a screen. Shaq lived it. He saw the grind, the practices, the battles, and the championships up close. Stephen A. saw highlight reels and box scores. That's the difference between witnessing history and commenting on it from the sidelines. Shaq's stance has always been consistent. Michael Jordan is the GOAT, the ultimate standard. But here's where it gets spicy. Shaq believes Kobe Bryant was closer to MJ than LeBron James has ever been. And he's not alone. Countless former NBA players have said the same thing. Kobe was the closest thing we've ever seen to Jordan. Not just because of his talent, but because of that cold-blooded, relentless killer instinct. Shaq didn't read about it online or hear it from others. He lived that reality right beside Kobe.
Kobe Bryant's top 10 all time, probably top 5.
He's not number 2 all time in the history of basketball. What's wrong with that, Shaq?
But I have a problem with you know what you said. Like, my thing is, doesn't matter who the GOAT is. My guy should be in the conversation.
Yes.
No, but hold on. So you guys just throw him out of the conversation. So somehow it just went from Mike to LeBron, and you just threw my guy out of the conversation. His name needs to be in there all the time. Mm-hmm. And when his name is not in there, that's when people have a problem.
I look at Kobe. There is nothing on earth to question the greatness of Kobe Bryant, who to me is one of the greatest of all time. But it did help for those first 3 rings that he had you in your prime to some degree.
That's not the point. The point everybody is making is don't leave him out the conversation.
I'm not leaving him out the conversation.
You are. I don't mind people talking about who their GOAT is, but you definitely got to have my boy in that conversation.
I definitely will. And
When Shaq ranks Kobe second only to Michael Jordan, he's talking about basketball DNA. That rare combination of mentality, work ethic, and fire that can't be taught. You either have it or you don't. Meanwhile, Stephen A. Smith's obsession with team success completely falls apart once you look deeper. He praises LeBron for avoiding bad seasons, but conveniently forgets that LeBron hand-picked most of his rosters. Kobe, on the other hand, stayed loyal to one franchise through everything. Injuries, rebuilds, and front office chaos. LeBron left the moment things got tough. So, when you really think about it, which one shows true character? Shaq already knows the answer.
Like, you know, like Jordan and Kobe and LeBron, they got to do things I couldn't do. I wanted to be a force in the middle that people were afraid of. So, like, I don't get offended when people do not put my name in that.
Even if Stephen A. Smith chooses to stay blind to it, here's the crazy part. This is the same man who once said Kobe Bryant was better than Shaq himself. Now, he's backpedaling and contradicting everything he used to preach. Make it make sense. Let's talk real basketball greatness. Championships. Kobe Bryant has 5 rings, the same number as Magic Johnson. LeBron James has 4, spread across 3 different teams. So, which story screams greatness louder? Shaq knows the truth. Kobe's 5 rings came with more sacrifice, more loyalty, and unmatched mental toughness. You don't win 5 titles with one franchise by luck. You do it by being a legend for over a decade. Stephen A. S. whole bad years argument falls apart instantly. Every superstar goes through rough seasons when surrounded by weak squads. It's part of the game. The difference is, Kobe didn't run from it. He stayed, he rebuilt, and he rose again. That's the mark of a true competitor. Shaq played alongside Kobe Bryant during some of the most legendary clutch moments in NBA history. So when Stephen A. starts talking about rankings, Shaq isn't thinking about stats or analytics. He's thinking about the battles, the sweat, and the greatness he witnessed firsthand. Think about it. The 2000 Western Conference Finals against Portland, when Kobe helped erase a 15-point fourth-quarter deficit in Game 7, setting up Shaq with that iconic lob that sealed the comeback. Or the 2001 playoffs, when Kobe averaged 29.4 points per game and looked absolutely unstoppable. Shaq doesn't need highlight reels or stat sheets to remind him who Kobe was. He lived those moments right beside him.
For me, it's always Dr. J and Michael Jordan, Magic and those guys.
I might get flamed for this, but dude,
Those aren't just numbers to Shaq. They're memories etched into basketball history. Each moment represents something he experienced up close, not something he read about or watched later. Shaq has often broken down the difference between LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan, and for him, it all comes down to one thing: what opponents felt when they faced them. Jordan and Kobe struck fear, that relentless, cold-blooded kind of fear that made players hesitate before every possession. LeBron, as great as he is, inspires respect, not intimidation. And that distinction, in Shaq's eyes, is everything.
Michael looks over at us and said, he can't guard me.
Kobe looks over at Doug Collins and said, this guy.
Who struck fear the moment they stepped onto the court? Who made defenders hesitate before the tip-off, already questioning themselves before the first play? That's where Kobe Bryant set himself apart. His presence alone changed the entire atmosphere. The intensity in his eyes, the focus in his movements, and the unspoken message that he was there to dominate. Kobe didn't just play the game. He imposed his will on it. And that aura of fear and respect is what truly separated him from everyone else.
Spirit of Kobe Bryant. Let me end this segment by saying this. Say what you will about Kobe Bryant. That brother put in the work. And it was never an option for him to miss games or to not represent basketball the way that he did. I want everybody to remember that brother was about putting in.
And this is where Shaq's words hit Stephen A. Smith's argument right in the chest. LeBron James might be praised for his basketball IQ, longevity, and carefully planned career moves. But what about loyalty? What about standing by one team through the highs and lows, the rebuilds, and the chaos? Shaq's point cuts deep. Greatness isn't just about numbers or smart decisions. It's about commitment, perseverance, and heart. Kobe embodied all of that. Something stats can't measure and LeBron's resume can't replicate.
In addition to overpowering you inside, you might as well wave the white flag of surrender. Bryant lays it off to
The dribble penetration and the quickness of Kobe Bryant is really causing problems for the Pacer perimeter guys. When he gets in there, the back line's...
What about building something real? Kobe Bryant spent 20 straight years with one franchise. No shortcuts, no jumping ship when things got tough. He didn't chase easier paths or stack the deck in his favor. He faced every challenge head-on, stayed loyal to the Lakers through every rebuild, and earned everything the hard way. Kobe didn't calculate his legacy. He built it, brick by brick, through relentless work, sacrifice, and loyalty that defined what true greatness looks like.
41 and 41. They don't want to be 40 and 42. Here's Bryant for 47. Assist that. Rebound by Jeff.
That's the difference between a competitor and a calculator. When Shaq steps up to defend Kobe Bryant's place in the GOAT conversation, he's standing up for far more than just a player. He's defending a principle. True greatness isn't built in perfect conditions. Character counts. Loyalty counts. Mental toughness counts. And Shaq saw all of that up close. He didn't just hear about Kobe's drive. He lived it every single day in practice and in battle. Let's get into the details. Shaq didn't just talk about Kobe's greatness. He witnessed it firsthand. He saw the complete skill set, the footwork, the fadeaway, the defense, the obsession with getting better. And he knew he was sharing the court with something rare, something legendary.
Philadelphia. I find it unbelievable that the fans are booing you here. Is that hurt your feelings?
Yeah, my feelings are hurting, man. I mean, I'm just out there trying to play and have a good time, and my feelings are hurt being from Philadelphia.
The 2002 MVP, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant's game was the full package. Flawless footwork, smooth fadeaway jumpers, lethal post moves, lockdown defense, and clutch shot after clutch shot. He had it all. His style wasn't just about athleticism. It was about precision and control. Kobe was built more like Michael Jordan, a perfect blend of grace, grit, and pure killer instinct. Every move had purpose, every possession had intensity. He didn't just play basketball, he mastered it.
To the tube or to the ballpark to actually watch you, okay? I don't think it helps that the number one face is a dude that needs an interpreter so you can understand what the hell he's saying.
Sure, LeBron James might be bigger, stronger, and faster. But basketball isn't just about muscles and hops. It's about craft. When Shaq played alongside Kobe and later faced LeBron, he could feel the difference deep down. Kobe attacked with surgical precision, built on pure skill, discipline, and unshakable willpower. LeBron, on the other hand, often relied on his physical dominance and favorable matchups to overwhelm opponents. When Stephen A. Smith tried to clap back at Shaq's defense of Kobe's greatness, his arguments only exposed how shallow his understanding of winning basketball really was. Shaq wasn't talking about stats or highlight reels. He was talking about the art of the game, the mindset that separates the good from the immortal.
I had that, so my legs feel fresh and I feel very confident about where I'm at. Control what you can control, right? I've done my part. I had to play through a season where there was much more on the line than whether or not I can come back from a kill.
Exactly. This is the same analyst who flips his opinions based on whatever's trending on social media. Stephen A. Smith talks for headlines. Shaq speaks from experience. His words come from years of sweat, competition, and first-hand battles with legends, not from chasing viral moments. When a man who shared the court with the greatest players of all time checks your analysis, maybe you should listen instead of doubling down on bad logic. Shaq understands something Stephen A. clearly doesn't. True greatness doesn't start with stats or accolades. It begins in the mind, in mentality, focus, and the relentless drive to dominate no matter the odds.
Thing to ever happen to the format of debate television, because he was so interesting. The entire way he led us to asking so many questions about the time we were in, the times that he just left, the people that had crossed his path, all of these things, right? He became so interesting. And then 2010 changed everything. Game 5 and Game 6 in 2010, where it looked like he was flat out mailing it in. Then with 2011, where he flat out ran out of gas. That 4-year run where he was in Miami, every game was a referendum. The best argument for him being the greatest of all time is even Michael Jordan. No one had withstood as much scrutiny, and the level of scrutiny that Jordan withstood made him retire after winning those first 3. LeBron went to 8 in a row.
Kobe Bryant's mentality was built differently. His obsession with perfection, his approach to competition, and his understanding of legacy were on another level entirely. Nothing like LeBron's. Kobe studied opponents like a scientist in a lab, dissecting every move, every habit, every flaw. He treated improvement like survival, attacking every possession, every practice, and every minute with relentless purpose. That was Michael Jordan-level focus, reborn in a new body. LeBron James is undeniably great, one of the most gifted players ever, but he's never shown that same ruthless perfectionism. His focus leans more toward managing his image and curating his legacy rather than destroying opponents with sheer intensity. And that's the difference. Shaq's defense of Kobe hits hard because it isn't based on opinion. It's built on experience. He played at the highest level, with and against the greatest to ever step on the court, and he knows exactly what real greatness looks like.
Mom is appropriate. He makes shots with guys draped all over him, falling down, left hand or right hand. I just, witnessed him doing some amazing things.
The Lakers are champion back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions.
When you're able to go all the way to the top, you feel that you put your name in granite, more or less.
The ecstasy of winning it all and being the best player on the...
That perspective carries a weight Stephen A. Smith's hot takes will never come close to. And it's not just Shaq saying it. Derek Fisher, Robert Horry, Rick Fox, and all those championship-tested warriors know exactly what he means. When you've gone to battle with someone, you don't need numbers to tell you who's built for greatness. You feel it. You see it in their heart, their mindset, their grind, and their ability to rise when everything's on the line. Stephen A. can analyze stats, trends, and highlight reels all he wants, but he's never felt Game 7 pressure. He's never stood in that moment where everything comes down to one play, one decision, one heartbeat. The men who lived it, they know what's real.
Nets coming up here on MSG.
Madison Square Garden lit up in the Lakers uniform colors, purple and gold, to honor Kobe Bryant. Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others were killed in a helicopter crash this morning in Calabasas, California.
He's never heard that deafening silence in an arena when the ball is in the air and the season hangs in the balance. He's never witnessed the kind of obsessive preparation that separates the great from everyone else. Players and fans across the world know exactly what Shaq is talking about. Kobe Bryant wasn't just respected, he was revered. From Europe to Asia to South America, players studied his every move, trying to capture even a fraction of his precision. His technique could be taught, but his mentality could only be felt. His dedication was pure basketball. No distractions, no gimmicks, no shortcuts. Just work, obsession, and the relentless pursuit of greatness.
Laker legacy will be that of a champion. That's why we play. That is the most important thing. You know, this franchise does not hang division banners. It does not hang conference championships. We hang one banner and one banner only, and that's NBA titles. That is the most important thing. You have a responsibility to the city of Los Angeles to bring championship banners back where they belong. Second place does not matter. Second place means you're the first loser. You have that mentality here. That's what gets you there.